Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yeah. So this is a master program on DevOps with AWS, guys. This is a master program on DevOps with AWS. So, so myself, Hari, I am a AWS DevOps solution architect. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. We welcome all of you to Blujay Technologies. This program is Master DevOps and Master Program on DevOps with AWS. So, instructor, something like today we are here to discuss about our Master Program AWS with DevOps course, and it is both online and offline training, guys. Getting into the details of our course. Let me introduce myself. Right. Someone you already know aware of my details and someone you are new to here. So my name is Hari. So my name is Hari Cheruko. I having I'm having 12 plus years of experience as a AWS DevOps solution architect, guys. So in the IT industry, currently working as a senior DevOps engineer in one of the company, and it's a product-based company, guys. I started my career with Linux, and I got the opportunity to work on cloud engineer. Then I moved to the DevOps engineer. So, and I have done so many certifications like I'm a ITL certified engineer, I'm a Red Hat certified administrator, and I am a Red Hat certified engineer. I'm a AWS certified solution architect associate, and I am a certified Kubernetes administrator also, guys. Okay, so so we have a YouTube channel, guys. The channel name is something like Blujay Technologies. So we have provided the information about the courses, content, and social media websites. So we have a website like blujaytech.com. So that is that, and so for so if you want to learn the AWS with DevOps, so what are the prerequisites for learning the DevOps and AWS? So what are the prerequisites, guys? No specific prerequisites. Anybody who is passionate to kickstart their career as a DevOps engineer and cloud practitioner can attend this program. The programming knowledge is not mandatory for this course. Graduate, undergraduates, backend developers, web developers, and database administrator, everyone. So nowadays, uh, testing team also testing team, everyone knows the AWS and DevOps because of the QA. Um, So closely work with the DevOps team and the development team, right? So definitely knows the DevOps, what is DevOps and what is AWS. And so nowadays, all the projects, all the clients, all the websites are deployed under the cloud only. Yeah, that's the reason. At least we need to know the cloud, what is cloud, so and what is DevOps, why DevOps. And non-IT background people also can attend this program to switch their career from IT to non-IT to IT. Okay, so these are the prerequisites, and what we need for learning this course, guys. So we need so after this master program completed, you can attend the interviews with 3 or 4 years of experience, DevOps with AWS engineer. And what we need, guys, we need something like either desktop or laptop is mandatory to attend this course, and we need to practice the cloud practice and the Linux practice and the DevOps practices will be on your laptop only. Okay. So, guys, understood what are the prerequisites? Yeah, DevOps. DevOps with AWS course only. Outline, guys. What we will discuss in this course. So, what we are going to cover. So, we are going to cover on these 6 modules. So, one is introduction to DevOps world. What is DevOps? Why DevOps? And the second module is Linux operating system. So, in the Linux operating system, we will discuss about the data center and the cloud basic commands and the basics of cloud Linux. So whatever the Linux is required for the to learn the DevOps and AWS, so we will teach up to. And the third module is AWS Cloud. In the AWS Cloud, so what we will cover, guys? In the AWS, what we will cover? So we will cover almost something like 10 to 13 AWS tools. 10 to so on AWS cloud we will cover something like 10 to 15 services in AWS, and the Linux command shell scripting. What are the required? What the people is required to learn AWS? So we'll learn up to the Linux and shell operating system, shell scripting. And the AWS services, we cover 15 services in AWS. DevOps tools like 10 DevOps tools, Maven, Git. So yeah, guys. So introduction to Linux, AWS Cloud, DevOps tools, real-time projects, and interview guidance. We'll see you. And the tool. So introduction. What is DevOps? Why DevOps? DevOps lifecycle, SDLC, waterfall methodology, Agile methodology. Right. So what are the tools we are covering? We are covering all these tools, guys. So Linux, so AWS, so DevOps tools, 10 tools, Maven, Git, Jenkins, SonarCube, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform, Elk. So we will discuss, guys. And the real-time projects. Why real-time projects? Different tech stack, so everything is different. So we will show you the 5 different projects, guys, and interview guidance, FAQs, frequently asked questions, resume preparation, mock interviews. So you guys, how to apply the jobs, will show you guys. Okay, understood, guys? So that the syllabus and everything you know, right? Now you understand the so what we are going to cover on this, right? So what this is? This is the master program on DevOps with master program on DevOps with AWS. Okay, so this is the master program on AWS with DevOps. AWS with DevOps batch, I think 56. Okay, so the batch is 56. Yeah. So what we cover, guys? So who is the trainer? Trainer for this program is Mr. Hari, having 12 plus. Sorry, guys. So having 12 plus years of XP. Okay. Skills. So what I am, I know the skills. I know the skills like Linux, AWS, and DevOps, Kubernetes, guys. So prerequisites. What is the prerequisite? Nothing, guys. Anyone can learn the DevOps. Anyone can learn the DevOps syllabus. We already discussed about the syllabus also, right? The syllabus. So what are the modules, right? I discussed about the modules. Module 1, I cover about the introduction to introduction to DevOps with SDLC. In the SDLC, what we will discuss? We will discuss about the waterfall and agile methodology. Introduction to cloud computing. Introduction to cloud computing. Module 3, Linux OS and Linux shell scripting. Module 4, AWS cloud, 15 plus services in AWS. We'll discuss, guys. And module 5, DevOps tools. The DevOps tools, so 10 plus tools we discussed about, guys. One is a Maven, Jenkins, Sonar Cube, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform, Terraform and ELK. So module 6, projects, of 5 different projects, tech stack project. We'll discuss, guys. Module 7, interview guidance. So something like what is that FAQs, so resume preparation, mock interviews, how to apply jobs. Okay, how to apply jobs. So what is that? The note like. So after this master program completed, you can attend. You can attend interviews with 3 to 4 years. So EXP as DevOps with AWS engineer. DevOps with AWS engineer. Yes, understood? So on the second note to either desktop or laptop is mandatory to attend this course. Mandatory attend to this course. Yes, understood? This is the Zelfas and everything. So what is a DevOps? What is DevOps? What is a DevOps, guys? So DevOps is a culture which is used to deliver the projects to the client quickly. Client quickly. Yes, understood. What is a DevOps? DevOps is a culture which is used to deliver the projects to a client quickly. So once the development is completed, then the operations team is responsible to deploy the and deliver that projects to the client. So I will show you that part, guys. So what is that? For example, so what is the development team and operation? What is DevOps? DevOps, I will tell you. Yeah, guys. Yep. What is DevOps, guys? For example, so this is the development team, and this is the operation team. What this is, guys? So this is the development team, and this is the what is this thing, guys? This is the IT operations team. Who are these? These are the development people. Who are this? These are the development. For example, so these all are the development team. Yeah, this is the team, guys. What this team? So this is also same like as okay. This is also operations team is also yeah. So this is the development team and this is the operations team. So what this for example, this is the client. What this client? So this is the client, guys. This client is the for example, this is a client. Who is this, guys? What is DevOps? This is a client. So in this client, what this is? So this is a DevOps guy. I will tell you what is DevOps guy. So this is the DevOps guy. So what they are? So client want a software. Please, for example, whatever the client, Facebook or WhatsApp, this is the client. Clients wants a client want a software or a website, right? What will do? What development team will do? First one, understand the client request. Understand the client request. Second one is based on the request, developer developer write the programs. Right? Developer write the programs. Write the programs. So what is that third one? Third one is test the programs. Whatever the programs they are right? They are testing it. Test the programs. So fourth one is keep code in repository. Keep code in repository. Right. So who will do this? This will do by development team. Who will do this? This will do by development team. Right, guys? Who will do this? This will be the development team. So after code, keep in deploy into the repository. Once the code is in the repository. So who will do this, guys? That code will take that code. Who will take the code? So the take operational IT engineer, IT operations team will take that code, set up the virtual mission, set up the virtual mission, and set up servers. So third point, set up databases, right? Set up databases. So fourth one, take code from repository. Take code from repository. So fifth one is code build and package. Code build and package. So sixth one is deploy deploy code in server. So seventh one, deliver deliver project to client. Right. So what this is, this will this will be doing. So right. So this automation, the based on once depository in the repository, right? The DevOps guy. So this infra setup and develop everything will be automated. So what he will do? Automation. So what we will do? He will do the automation of the deployment. The deployment is nothing but a automation of the deployment is nothing but a who will do? DevOps engineer do. So now you understood? So DevOps is not a tool or a culture. DevOps is DevOps is not a tool, DevOps is a culture. So the development team and operation team and work together and so these both are work together and automate the process is nothing but a DevOps. Automate the process is nothing but a DevOps. Guys understood? So what we are covering? So what we are covering? So we are covering for the automation of the deployment. So right. So what we will do? What we will do? So I will tell you. Yeah, this is the DevOps, right? So once a DevOps comes into the picture, Agile methodology comes into the picture. It is that. So Agile. So Agile is comes into the picture when the DevOps is comes into the picture. Agile is completed. So before Agile, what they are using? What they are using, guys? They are using the waterfall model. What is that, guys? That is the waterfall model. Yeah. Here I will show you. What is that? So this is the as a waterfall model. So this is the Agile model. Agile model. So when we comes into from Agile waterfall model to Agile methodology, what this is? This is waterfall model. So this is what is this, guys? Agile methodology. So in Agile methodology, what is methodology? So what is the difference between Agile methodology and waterfall methodology? In Agile methodology, what is that? A DevOps comes into the picture. What is that? A DevOps, when the DevOps is came. Yeah, once the agile methodology comes into the picture, DevOps DevOps methodology comes into the picture. Right. What waterfall model is done? So waterfall model, I will tell you a picture with yeah. For example, guys. So end user, who is that? End user. So this is the end user. Who is this? So this is the end user. Who is this? This is the end user. So end user means hours. So end user means hours only. Hours only. So end user means hours. So what we are searching, guys? So we're searching a website in the browser called as a WhatsApp.com. So once you search the WhatsApp.com, right, FB.com, so it will get the page, right? So you will get the page. So where it comes from? When you click the server. So for example, it will get the FB home page. So how it will get the home page? So it gets it is getting from the internet. So internet means where it will get. So it will get it from the server. So right. So what this is? This is a server. So in the server, what you installed? You installed the Linux OS. In the Linux OS, what you installed? You installed the Java Tomcat web server. Web server. So in this web server, whatever the developer develop that code, right? That code will be deployed. That code will be deployed. So whenever you hit the www.facebook.com, it comes to this server and get these pages in here, right? www.facebook.com, right? So you are getting this page. Before that, what it is asking? It is asking the username or password, or else I will check it here. www.facebook.com. So once you click the facebook.com, it opens the index file. It is asking the username password. Once you click the password, so it will validate it. If it, the username password looks good, if the username password looks good, so the pages will comes from. These pages will comes from where? Where the pages are comes from? The pages are comes from in the pages are. So this is the Facebook page, right? You are getting this page in the in your local browser. But the pages are coming from where? The pages are coming from here only. The pages are coming from here only. What is that? HTTPS. So what there here? Here there is a code. Code is here. So we are getting the pages from this server. So this is a web browser. In the web browser, you search the www.facebook.com or whatsapp.com in the URL. So the pages you are getting the pages from here, right? So this is the code is deployed here. So how it is deployed in the waterfall model? Initially, what they are using the waterfall methodology to develop the code. Waterfall model. Okay. So in the waterfall model, so what will do? Everything is manual. What will do? So why manual? So the developer develop that code and they apply this code. The IT operation engineer who is developers. Guys, you know the SDLC, right? What you know? You know the SDLC. What is that, guys? SDLC. SDLC is nothing but a software development lifecycle. So, for example, you have a thought, you want to implement that, for example, WhatsApp thought or a Facebook thought. So, you want to implement that thought, we need to use the software development lifecycle. What is software development lifecycle? So, if you want to develop any software, definitely we need to follow the SDLC model. So, what is SDLC, software development lifecycle? In the soft, there are number of stages. You can use these stages and we can develop the code. I will tell you that, guys. No worries. Okay. Mm, in here, developer develop the code. Who is developer? Develop the code. These are the developers. Developers develop the code. Right. This is the code developer. So right. So in which language the Java, there is code is developed in the Java language. So we need to convert into. So if you compile right dot class, from dot class we need to convert into dot jar or dot var. Dot var. So why we need to convert dot jar or dot var? So why we need to convert a dot jar or dot jar? So that Tomcat recognizes the web server. Web server recognizes only dot jar or dot var. Right. So in which language you created you developed the code? Java language. That is the reason Java language. If you know the Java language, right? You need to install the Java. Tomcat is the web server to deploy our code. Right. So developer develop that code and integrate that code. So is nothing but a I. So initially, so we are doing the I. What is this, guys? So integration. So then, so who is this developer? Who will deploy this code? So the code will be deployed by the who knows the server. For example, the server is installed with Linux OS. So who is a Linux engineer? Linux engineer. So Linux engineer is nothing but we call it as a operational operational engineer. So Linux is nothing but a operation engineer. Operation engineer manually copy the code into the server path and deploy the code. Right. So who will do the D? D is nothing but a deployment. What is that, guys? D is nothing but a deployment. So this is I. This is D. I is nothing but a so we can integrate the code up to var or jar. So we can use the build tool Maven and we can build this jar or var. So this is developer done. So I. So D is nothing but a DevOps guy. So D is nothing but a sorry, the operation engineer. So integration and deployment. So both are done through manually by using the waterfall methodology. Waterfall methodology. So this methodology, so the project will be delivered within 6 months or something like it. So minimum is 6 months and maximum is 1 year, 1 hour or 2 years. 1 year or 2 years. For example, our assumption is 1 hour or a 6 months, right? 6 months. How many deployments are done? How many deployments are done in the 6 months? So for example, only one deployment. Do we need to automate this, right? If it is deploying everything, if it is deploying every day, or if it is building the code every day, then only a repeatable task is doing. We are using the a repeatable task. We don't need the repeatable task. We need to automate the task. So whatever the repeatable task is there, right? So we can use we can automate that process. Like the same like as a so for that time there is no automation, only integration, only deployment. So waterfall model supports only ID matrame. So ID, only ID. So once the agile methodology comes into the picture, what is that? Agile methodology. Agile methodology is a something like it's like a sprint based model under 15 days. So if you want to develop any software within 15 days, you can use that tool, Jira tool. and that Scrum tool, and you can deploy the changes, right? So before that, there is no tracking, right? And the deployments will be in oftenly 6 p.m. Something like in while a 6 months once, right? So we don't need a DevOps engineer, or we don't need a something like we need a Linux engineer. Linux engineer will do the task same. So delete that code and forward it to the code and register the server, right? But if it is in production mode and people are watching your website, so definitely we need to do a maintenance, and proper in the proper maintenance we need to deploy our code and we need to roll back our code. Okay, in the integration, what we will do, so something like so Linux engineer will deploy the code, and operation engineer, Linux engineer is nothing but operation engineer. Operation engineer will deploy the code into the server because of a Linux server, right? Who knows Linux servers? Linux engineer. So, right, that's the reason. Who will handle that Linux deployments? Linux engineer will handle the Linux deployments, right? The other deployments are will taken by the we can taken care by the other something guys. Is understood? So a waterfall methodology comes into the picture. Waterfall, we can do only integration and only deployment. So once agile methodology comes into the picture, the iteration should be comes. What is that, guys? The iteration should be comes into the picture. So what is the if you use the DevOps, what is the advantages? Speed, improved collaboration, rapid delivery, quantum and quality and reliability, security, everything will be there. So what are the changes size? DevOps is not a single person job, it's everyone's job. DevOps is not a single person job, it's everyone's job. You see here. So this is the go to the pipeline, it will deploy to the app server. So the end user will hit the facebook.com, it will come from the request and response. Yeah. So waterfall model versus agile methodology. So in the waterfall model, everything will be sequentially and analysis. Then we can go to the plan. Once the plan is success, then we can go to the build, design it to go to good. So then we'll go to the build it, then test it, to deploy. Okay. Once the agile methodology comes into the picture, a sprint into the comes into the picture, a reiteration. What is that? Iteration. So it will be 3, 4 times iteration. Okay. So limitations of waterfall methodology. No working software is produced until late night and late during the life cycle. Once an application is in the testing stage, it is very difficult to go back and change the something change the something that was not well throughout in the concept stage. High amounts of risk and uncertainty, not a good model for the complex object oriented program projects, not suitable for project where requirements are at moderate to high risk for the charging. Okay, what is agile methodology? In the agile methodology, each product broken up into several iterations. All iterations should be a part of all iteration should be a part of the same time duration. So at the end of the iteration, a working product should be delivered. The working product should be delivered. Guys, now you understood? So limitations of agile methodology, and whatever it means. So dev team and development team and operations team. So code is work fine in my laptop. What operation is saying like there is something problem with the code. Is that working in the production? Then only they created the a bridge between development and team building. So what they want? So they want a they want a change. They want a stability. The solution is called as a DevOps. You can use the DevOps tools and you can learn the DevOps. It will be easy for us. Okay. So which one is used for the if Agile comes into the picture, a CI/CD comes into the picture. What is that, guys? CI/CD. guys, CI/CD. CI/CD. A CI/CD is nothing but a container integration and container development. In the waterfall methodology, we don't need to automate the process because of, so it's a one-time job oftenly, yearly once or yearly twice, so we can do the deployments, right? Without knowing these, why do you need to? So without so without without this, why do you need to automate, guys? For that purpose, a Jenkins came into the picture. So Jenkins is nothing but a CI/CD. What is that, guys? A Jenkins is nothing but a CI/CD solution. So not only a Jenkins, so Jenkins, Azure CI/CD, GitLab CI/CD, so many CI/CDs comes into the picture. So we can integrate, plan, code, build, deploy, operate. So we can use these tools and we can integrate the process is nothing but a DevOps. Guys, now you understood? So what are the DevOps stages? Version control, continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous deployment. So version control maintains the different versions of the code, source code management, then compile and you validate and code review, unit testing, integration testing, deploying the build application into the testing servers. So performing the UAT servers. What is that? Performing so UAT servers and continuous deployment, deploying the tested application on the production servers to the release. So for this automation, what is that? The CI/CD. So the automation of a CI/CD, for that CI/CD, so we need a software. What is that software? The software is Jenkins software. So we can use that Jenkins software and we can deploy. So we can deploy this through automation. So what is the automation we can do? So we can do the automation like yeah. So these are the tools, guys. So GitHub, the developer develop that code and push it to the GitHub. So once that good, right, we need to build the code, test the code quality. So for this purpose, we are building a pipeline. So we can write the pipeline and so whatever the build jar were, right, that will push it to the Nexus with the help of Jenkins. So once the push is, so we want to deploy to the server. Either server is a Docker or Kubernetes, whatever it may be, guys. So the CI/CD works like this. Like what are these? So these are the tools we are using and for the DevOps life cycle. So these are the planning purpose, coding purpose, building purpose, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. For the purpose, we are using these tools and we will discuss these tools. Understood? So CI/CD, continuous delivery and continuous deployment, code done, unit test to integrate to acceptance test to deploy to production. So continuous deployment, code done, unit test to integrate to acceptance to then deploy to production. So here manual, so 3 year deployment. So this is the life cycle of the DevOps, guys. So continuous deployment, continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous deployment, continuous feedback, continuous monitoring, continuous operations. Okay, so for this purpose, what are the tools we are using? So we are using the Jira tool, GitHub tool, Jenkins tool, SonarQube tools, Nexus, so Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Elk. So we can use this Helm chart. So we can use these tools and we can automate the process is nothing but a DevOps. So now you understood, guys? DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is a solution or DevOps is a culture. So we can use the development team and operations team work together and automate the process is nothing but a DevOps. Guys, now we understood DevOps. What is DevOps? Guys, understood? So what are the tools we can, so in the Jenkins, so these all are the plugins. We can use these plugins. We can automate the process. Hence in the Jenkins, if you click the job, right, it will automatically build the code and it will automatically deploy the code. So this is the CI/CD, guys. For that purpose we use Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, containerization, Docker. So we can use these tools, guys. Yeah, AWS. So we can use where we can use these tools. We can use these tools in the so Linux, AWS with the DevOps. So we will discuss DevOps, Terraform. We'll discuss Terraform, Ansible. We'll discuss about the Git. We'll discuss about the Docker. Okay. So we'll discuss about the Docker, Kubernetes. We'll discuss about the Docker and the Kubernetes. Yep, Kubernetes. So we'll deploy the Kubernetes, how we can deploy the Kubernetes, how we can use the Dockers, right? We'll show you everything, guys. We'll show you whatever the tools we are discussing. So I already discussed it, right? These are the tool we are discussing in this tool, guys. So we discuss auto scaling, blue green deployment, ingress. So for CI/CD GitLab, I will show you the GitLab project to deploy the applications. So the pipelines, how you can create the pipelines, and Jenkins will discuss about the Jenkins. So how you can automate the process, how you can deploy the process. Everything will be showing in the DevOps Jenkins, guys. Guys, understood? So what is DevOps? DevOps is not a culture. DevOps is not a tool. So the development team and operations team work together and automate the process is nothing but a DevOps. So for that, what we will discuss? So we discussed about the tools. So what are the development tools and what are the operation tools work together and automate the process, guys. Guys, understood? Yeah. So now you understood the details, right? Yeah. One second. So now you understood the prerequisites. Now you understood the prerequisites and the mm, timings, duration. So daily class timings from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. IST. Okay. So duration is 2 months, guys. Mostly 2 months plus 1 week. So 1 week will show you the real-time project. So what we will cover everything, guys, and Linux plus AWS plus DevOps will cover you. Okay, will cover you DevOps and recorded recorded videos will be provided for this course with a lifetime access. With a lifetime access, and so we'll provide the course material plus images, and so we'll provide the assignment. We'll provide the assignments on weekly, and we are giving the daily assignments. We're giving the course material, images, assignments on weekly and daily, resume preparation, resume building, and so Naukri updation also we'll give you, and mock interviews also will provide you guys. Guys, understood? Course fee is 20K, guys. Okay, so with the free communication classes, with the free communication classes. So the bonus is, what is the bonus, guys? Bonus part is so free communication classes. So how you can behave in the office, something like how you can communicate with the people, and the self introduction, how we can give the self introduction to the in the company, the interviewer, they will provide you the communication, the entire how you can behave in the company. So they will provide the communication classes also, guys. So this will be a free. free of cost. Understood? Guys, understood? Any doubts? Guys, any doubts? Yeah, tell me. Nikki, any doubt? We are good, huh? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll continue from tomorrow. On Monday, guys. The classes will start from Monday. Monday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. IST. Classes will be Monday to Friday only. Okay. The classes from Monday to Friday. Understood, guys? Yep, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll continue from Monday.